Hey guys, TheFlyYoungG gentleman here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how veterans are in this country really poorly treated. And this country is the United States, is where I live. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how veterans are poorly treated after their service and how it really bothers me. Now, I also wanted to talk about people in general regarding veterans and their stances on how veterans should be treated. I think what started me wanting to make a commentary about this was purely I was watching the VA scandal hearing or whatever it was today, and I was watching, I think it's still going on right now, and I watched it for about 30 minutes, and I don't know, it just kind of reminded me that there's so much bullshit that goes on for people who are veterans, and it shouldn't be like that. It's really quite ridiculous that veterans don't get any. I mean, there's so many of the homeless people that I see, and a lot of the homeless people that I've ever met or talked to or have given money to, whatever. Like 90% of them have been veterans. So many people who are homeless have been veterans who had like PTSD or other mental disorders that they acquired after, serving in whatever country they served in. And it really saddened me. And I always used to say I wanted to do something about it. And I'm going to have to do something about it one of these days. But I wanted to talk about how one thing that really pisses me off, because it is a Rant Monday video, what really pisses me off is that people have so little respect for people who are in armed forces, and it really bothers the shit out of me. And most of the time their reasoning is they don't support the quote-unquote war or altercation that the United States is a part of at the time. Which is fine. No one says you need to support every single fucking altercation the United States gets in, because we do get in a lot of shit that we shouldn't. But I feel that you disrespecting, and I'm not saying you, but you know what I mean, like the people disrespecting the individuals who go out and choose a military lifestyle, them disrespecting the people who chose the military lifestyle is ridiculous, because it is a pretty hard job. I know a lot of people in the military, and it's definitely something that is respectable to an extent, but it's also something that I feel that a lot of people shouldn't do either, but that's a whole other video. But it just really bothers the hell out of me that people are so like anti-troop when you shouldn't be anti-troop. You can be anti, cause of whatever they're fighting for. You can be anti a lot of things, but you should never be anti-troop. People do not choose whether they want to go fight in fucking the Hindu mountains, in fucking Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? People don't choose to go to they didn't choose to go to Vietnam. Some people wanted to, sure, but not everyone chose to go to Vietnam. You have to remember another thing is that like 90% of Americans are very ignorant on their own affairs, on American affairs. If you go and talk to anyone, I guarantee you, they only know things that they see headlines and CNN, maybe. A lot of people are not very active in the United States, altercations and worldly affairs, which is something that's very bad that I feel like our country needs to change. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of people who sign up to go to the military even don't know what they're going to do. They just know that, oh yeah, I'm going to go and be part of the military, and maybe I'm going to have to shoot some people. That's it. That's what a lot of people usually know. Or maybe they're like, oh, I'm going to go work on cars in the military. I'm going to work on tanks. I'm going to, work on planes. I'm going to design different military items, whatever your job may be. But it just really bothers the shit out of me when I see people saying, fuck the, United States troops, because it's so wrong when it comes to, you're just saying fuck. It's like me saying fuck people who wear yellow shirts. It's wrong. Like what? Reloading. But not even, no, me saying fuck people who wear yellow shirts is not even as bad. But it's on the level of stupidity like that. someone who I mean, what if you wore a yellow shirt that day? You're saying fuck yourself, you know. But saying that I hate people who wear yellow shirts is very stupid and ignorant, because then or people who are black, people who are white, saying that you hate a race of people is very stupid. It's the same thing as saying I hate people who are in the Army or Navy or Marine or Coast Guard, whatever. Saying that you hate people who are like lawn care guys or carpenters or mathematicians. Saying you hate a group of people is very stupid, and saying you hate the troops is like hating a group of people. When I guarantee you, there's a lot of people in the Army who are great people, and they didn't know what they were going to fight for. Some of them did know, and they're still great people. It just, I don't know. It's very hard for me to elaborate because I don't hate them, so I can't tell you a first-person perspective of why you would hate them. But I only could tell you of what people say that hate them, and it's very stupid. Like, I don't think that you should hate them because they're doing something you don't support, because maybe they don't know any better, or maybe that they were stuck where they are. I know someone who wanted to go into the military to I'm sorry guys, I forgot exactly what he did, but it had to do with airplane engines, and he ended up working on tanks, and he ended up like designing weapon systems for tanks. But he didn't start there. But what happened is he ended up, when he was designing weapon systems for tanks, he ended up designing things he didn't really know. He ended up designing parts for the weapon systems that he didn't know why they were being implemented, and he wasn't allowed to know what they were really for. And it turns out he was designing all sorts of things that he didn't want to be a part of designing. And it just goes to show you that sometimes you can get stuck somewhere you didn't want to be. And I feel like that it's wrong that you criticize the Army, and I'm not just the Army, all of the branches, but going to the military is not an easy job. People sit there and complain all day. It's fine to complain, it's fine to be active in the way you speak about it, but it's very wrong for you to be saying that, oh yeah, well, you were in the military, that's a stupid job, you didn't have to do shit. Because I'd like to see you go and do it. I've done a lot of the military workouts and training, and it's very, very, very hard shit. And it's not something that you can just completely discredit somebody and not give them credit for. It's very hard work, and I have a lot of respect for people who have served in the armed forces, and even not even the armed forces, anyone in any of the military branches. I have a lot of respect for you because it's not easy, and a lot of the times you're doing shit that you really don't support, and a lot of the times you're doing things that you're really not sure if you support it or not. And I feel like it's very sad because a lot of them, no one gets credit. And the reason I started talking about this is because I feel like our veterans are very, very poorly treated, and it's so unfair because there's some of the citizens who I feel like should be treated the best when they get back. A lot of veterans are homeless or have a lot of problems that they don't get help with, and not because they don't want to get help with it. Well, sometimes it's true, but because it's very hard. It's very hard, and there's a lot of long waiting times to get involved with a lot of the veteran associations and things of that nature. And I feel like our country really needs to overhaul the way we treat our veterans, and I don't know, if you guys agree, let me know. And I know I kind of spun off and went in a completely different direction, and it may sound like I'm a little bit of a butt kisser when it comes to the armed forces or people who have served in any branch of the military, but I'm not. I'm just telling you how it is. I respect them, and it's not easy, and a lot of the times you have to do things that you don't know if you support or you don't support, and I feel like that should change too. But hey, maybe I'll do a whole other video on that. But I feel like veterans need to be treated a lot better in our country, and I feel like everyone needs to maybe start paying attention to that. I want to also make a video about how the United States is probably one of the most ignorant countries about their own affairs and their own problems, and they only know what they see on the CNN headline news. But anyway, a little off topic. I enjoyed talking though, and maybe I'll make that video for my traditional commentary Tuesday tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But anyway, guys, the Fly Young Gentleman here. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember to have class and get that ass. I'm out, guys. Peace out.